everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Coach's Corner. We took a little bit of a hiatus for a little while, but we're back now, and we have a very exciting episode today. We have a very special client spotlight today. But before we get into that, I want to put it out there for everybody who's watching. If you are a user of IrisVision and you would like to participate in the client spotlight, or you have a talent or a hobby, something you would like to share with everybody, perhaps how you're using your IrisVision, please send in your inquiries to info@irisvision.com, and we'll get in touch with you and see about getting you on the show as well. So today we have a really amazing guest and her daughter. We have Betty and Jeanne Salvini. Hi, ladies. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
So Betty worked with me with IrisVision. I was her coach, and I was just blown away by her story. So Betty, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Tell us what your diagnosis is.
Well, my diagnosis was made years back, and things have progressed to the point that both of my eyes became involved, and I am legally blind and have been for more than 10 years. I'm just not even sure what, it happened day by day, so I'm not sure when it all caved in on me. But I'm 96 years old now, and I can't remember when in the world I ever was able to see well, so it's been a while.
Wow. Okay. So you have macular degeneration, right?
Yes.
Wow. And you're 96 years old, as you mentioned, and you're using IrisVision, and I would say quite successfully, for sure. Tell us, I'm so excited about this. Tell us what you're mainly doing with your IrisVision.
I'm reading.
Yes, and the cool thing about this, guys, is not only is Betty reading, but she's reading a chapter book, which if you're partially sighted, you know how much of a challenge it can be to read in general. And we have Betty here using IrisVision Live at 96 years old and reading a chapter book. Tell us how many pages you've read so far, Betty.
I'm just about on page 370 now, and I've been reading probably a little over 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm not sure when I started. I'm reading a book that has a lot of characters, a lot of action, a lot of going back and forth, and I'm so excited I'm able to keep up with it and remember it and understand, and I can't leave that book alone.
Awesome. How many pages are you reading a day?
Oh my goodness, when I start out early in the morning, 8, probably 50.
Wow. Wow. Honestly, Betty, I can't even read one page for me, just because of the severity of my sight loss and the fact that I'm not used to using my eyes that way. But you are such an inspiration, and it really makes me want to work a little bit more towards giving reading a chance, because obviously it can be done, right?
That was my number one priority, and I did start out rather slowly. It took me a while to get into the program, but I'm reading pretty fast now.
Wow. Is there a particular mode that you like to use better?
I like the black print on white background, but I also like the white print on black background. I have experimented with both of them. I don't care for yellow or green at all. I don't see as well with those colors.
Okay. Yeah, and the inverted color is usually pretty good for people who are partially sighted. That's the one that you were talking about with the white letters and the black background.
Yep.
That's a very popular mode. Yes, and that's amazing. So very cool. And IrisVision is so versatile. You could use any mode to read in, whatever mode is comfortable for you. And obviously with you, Betty, it's the regular reading mode and the reading inverted, which is great. Now, Jeanne, how do you feel about your mom's progress with IrisVision?
Oh, it's been a lifesaver. And she's here in assisted living in her apartment, and it's only so many things to fill her day. And she wanted to watch TV versus listening to TV. She's now watching Dodger baseball that she loves on TV. And then the reading, I went to the library and got a large print book, just hoping it might work. And it just took a matter of a few days, and she was off and running. And she's found these different modes. I think at first she was using Scene, and she's been practicing with the modes all by herself and practicing the whole IrisVision unit all by herself. And she's pretty amazing. She is really amazing. She's nowhere 96 in her mind or her abilities.
Right, I definitely see that, and she absolutely is amazing. I agree with you. Now, I understand that you had a little bit of a tech glitch with your IrisVision. Is that right?
Yes.
And then you had to send it in, right? So you were without it for a couple of days. How did you feel when you were without it?
Oh, I was lost, and I was so afraid I wouldn't get it back. So afraid, but it came back faster than even promised. So I was back with it within 5 minutes.
Nice, very cool. So that's awesome that our team at IrisVision was able to get you up and running faster than you expected. That's the kind of feedback we want to hear. So that's awesome. And do you use your IrisVision for anything else other than reading?
Oh, I watch television. I'm able to look at family pictures. I will be able to identify the people I'm living among in this assisted living, but we're all wearing masks, so it's a little difficult right now.
Oh,
But I can see eyes.
oh, good. Very cool. That's amazing. So television is something that a lot of people really want to try to do as well. And I know that I really like using my IrisVision for television, and actually even to go to the movie theater. I just went to the movie theater a couple of weeks ago with my girls, and I wouldn't have been able to follow along with the movie without my IrisVision. So it's nice to be able to do that, right? To be able to watch your television, read your books. I look at people's faces and know who they are from across the room. So it's really awesome to hear your story, and I hope that people out there are watching and really getting inspired by you, Betty, because you definitely inspired me, for sure. You definitely inspired me. So if there was something that you wanted to share with people, because right now, Betty, we have basically the world watching us if we wanted to, what kind of message do you want to give to somebody out there?
I would like to explain one thing. This was my second try at a help in seeing. The first one was difficult because keeping it charged was pretty much beyond my endeavors. This one is so easy to keep charged. It's so easy to change modes and so easy to get into. And when I do get into it, the pictures are so bright and so clear. I just cannot imagine that anyone who needs help to see would not be as delighted as I am to be able to use this product.
Awesome. And any words of encouragement just from you specifically, Betty? Anything, since you've lived an amazing life?
Do not be afraid of it, because there's nothing. It's just all good. There's no problem with it, unless you really treasure your hairdo.
Yes, that's true. And then you have to think, do I treasure my hairdo, or would I rather be able to see? Right?
Right. Yeah.
As a daughter, do you have anything that you want to share with the world here? Any message to those out there who may have a parent or a loved one who may be in the same situation and has some partial sight or maybe total sight loss? Anything that you want to share with anybody out there?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to try it. You know, you kind of leery of some of these programs that say 30 days trial and all, but they truly mean it. And when it comes, it works immediately. We took it out of the box, put it on her face, and she looked across the room and could see pictures as clear as day. And it was instantly, we knew that this was it. And so don't be afraid to try it. It really is a life changer for her. It's so exciting to call her at night and she updates me on her little soap opera book and what's going on. And she definitely is into reading like she used to. And she used to love to read. So this has really changed her life and ours too, because we know she's so happy.
That's great. That's amazing. So thank you so much. I had to pause for a second because I was like, I really want to find the words. Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your story and sharing your experience with IrisVision so far. We're so happy that you're doing so well with the device. And again, I know I've said it many times throughout the episode here, but I can't say it enough. You're such an inspiration. And we look forward to hearing more about your endeavors here with IrisVision, Betty. And what book are you reading, by the way? What's the title of the book that you're reading?
Miss
Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan.
something like that, but actually it's Mysteries on Maple Street.
Oh.
When you get into it.
Oh, it's a series. Okay.
Series. I don't know if you can see it.
I think I read or heard that at one time it was either a movie or a series of television programs. I never looked at the cover. I opened it and started reading.
Very good. You didn't care what it was, you just started reading.
That's how eager she was to try to read. And off and running she had.
That's awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. And thank all of you out there tuning into this episode. As always, we appreciate your feedback, whether you're a viewer or you're someone who's actually being interviewed for the Client Spotlight. We always appreciate your feedback. If you want to know more about IrisVision, please call in to 855-207-6665 and talk to one of our awesome reps. They'll be able to answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to know more about with IrisVision, just call in. They're always there ready to help. And also you could email also info@irisvision.com with any questions, inquiries, or if you want to participate in the Client Spotlight, info@irisvision.com. Don't forget to follow our page on Facebook as well as Instagram and YouTube. So again, thank you ladies so much. Your pro tip for today is a repeat, but it's important. When you're using your IrisVision, it's very, very important to keep all of the lenses clean, whether you're using IrisVision Live or IrisVision Inspire, which is our new headset. It launched in September. Some of you may be familiar with it already. You must keep the camera lenses clean as well as the lenses on the inside. Any little smudge or fingerprint that gets on there may distort the way you see. So there's a little microfiber cleaning cloth included in every single package. And you want to make sure you keep those nice and clean for the clearest image. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your day. Betty, have fun reading the rest of your book, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.